All right. Good morning, David Bowie.
Jane A.
Jane A. What's up, Ron?
How are you, Ron?
Ron
Hey,
walks in
guys.
like a fucking boss.
Yeah, like a mob boss, like a...
Literally 5 seconds before the show, that's how he does it. Look, his shirt's wide open. He's
So professional.
Come in like Elvis. You know what I mean? I'm rocking some shirt.
Holy shit.
I think if you do a morning show and
Yeah.
you weren't asleep 7 minutes ago, you're not really taking advantage of this.
I like that. I like that a lot. You want to come in here a little punchy.
Exactly.
A little punchy to start the show. You're buttoning up your shirt. That's good. That's
Well,
good
when
for
I used to
everyone.
when I used to do morning shows, I used to try to dry my hair on the fucking drive-in.
Really?
You know, and I'd just be soaking wet. But that's it. That's radio. Look who's with us today for a super show, for Super Bowl.
Well, that's why we got Florentine in
You know what
here.
I'm saying? The super pregame.
Every other morning show is doing a whole big Super Bowl show today, and we got you. So not too much pressure for Florentine to make this sound like it's a football show today.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean, sorry?
advance.
In advance.
Jim's here to show us how to make some Super Bowl treats that might be fun for everybody. These cupcakes are shaped like footballs.
Don't you like those? Well,
Yeah.
you like those bits when they do it on TV?
I never like any food that looks like something else.
No.
I always find it to be like a little gross. Like when they make the snacks that look like the stadium.
Yeah.
It makes me queasy.
Well, it makes me feel like I can't dip in.
You can't dip it.
I can't fucking break down your stadium that you spent all night making for the Super Bowl party. Okay. Look at these stadium snack trays.
It's really gross because they're working on making the food look like something
Instead of taste good.
Taste like
I got
something.
you. I'm so with you.
And how long is that going to last? Okay, you see, oh, it's like the stadium. All right, and then people just start eating it.
Yeah.
There's about a 3-second buzz you get off of that, and then
Right.
the thing is ruined.
Well, the ladies need something to do, though.
They've
Though.
got the helmets that you can dip into. See that?
The guys are getting their bets done, and the ladies, they're trying to make some snack tray that looks kind of.
You know what? Just give them the halftime show. That's
Yeah.
fine. You got Katy Perry for fucking 12 minutes. You know what I
checking
mean?
out-
There's your 12-minute window.
I'm checking out Katy Perry.
For what?
Fireworks.
For what? What?
You already know how it's going to go down.
You want to see if the microphones are going to be on when she's up there? They're not.
Oh, right. She's going to be lip syncing her ass off.
Yeah, and then she'll turn the mic will go on when she wants to say something to the crowd.
But I'm okay with that because she's going to undo one more button because she knows she's lip syncing. And then everyone's going to be like, all right, it's fine. Look at those tits.
You can't just go to YouPorn.
Well, I like leaving a little for the imagination, Mr. Florentine.
Oh, really?
Yes,
so
I
you're
do.
excited because she has
Yes, I
big tits.
do.
That's why. So if she was flat chested, you would be like, I don't even want to watch this halftime show.
Katy Perry was flat chested, I wouldn't give a fuck about her.
So just because she has big tits and
It
you might see
works.
some cleavage.
It works.
You're old school.
It
You're old
absolutely
school.
works. And then, you know she's going to finish, excuse me, with fireworks. And, they're going to have to set off some fireworks. It's going to be beautiful for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I think
love watching fireworks.
Where do you go for halftime? Do you go to the Puppy Bowl?
No, I just go outside and, drink
Yeah.
some beers and get the bookie on the phone.
You don't get excited when everyone goes, oh, it's time for the halftime show, and everyone runs a little closer to the TV to check it out.
The year that Springsteen was on, we shut the TV off. We said no one was allowed to watch it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
it's anti-Jersey.
But
Anti-Jersey
then
thing.
again, it's like compared to what's been on after Bruce, we should have watched it.
Yeah, you should have.
You
Should've been
actually
there.
turned off the TV and told people at your party they're not allowed to watch
Well, it wasn't
Bruce
my party, but
Springsteen?
yeah, we shut it off.
funny.
Yeah,
You're cruel.
but Katy Perry. I mean, that's. I'll see if I can disconnect something.
Right.
Nobody's gonna be. I mean, nobody's gonna watch it. That's coming to my Super Bowl party. Katy Perry.
There's a
If
there's
the
a
tit
part
pops out, it'll be on the internet in 10 minutes.
You want to see this though? There's going to be a part of her show where Russell Brand's going to be coming off from the left, and then John Mayer from the right. And she does this song called "Guys I Used to Bang," and it's so. I don't know when you've lived and you've loved and you've given back the way Katie has.
Right.
But
But
just there.
I think Lenny Kravitz is going to be there too, Ron.
I hope he does American Woman. I really do. I hope he does.
Yeah, you like that version?
No, I just like to call it.
You're just hoping.
There's not a lot of hits in his I mean, he's taken probably 4 songs and has gotten 30 years out of it now, or 25 years. That's impressive.
They're very similar songs, how he puts them together. Are you going to go my way? I think we might hear a little of that.
That'll happen
a
for
little
everybody.
bit. I bet you it's a little montage from Lenny Kravitz, and Katy Perry comes out and does, fireworks, and then, an hour later we get to start watching football again.
Hopefully Lisa Bonet comes out for him. She makes some kind of announcement.
That goofy. They put the fans on the field with the little lights and stuff like that.
You mean the fake fans?
Yeah, the fake fans. They throw them on the field.
Those are all fake fans.
Look, nothing against Katy Perry. She's a nice chick. She's
nice. She's great to look at.
Yeah, but it's just not right for.
But Lenny Kravitz said they got a surprise. They got a surprise for everyone.
It's a mulatto baby. Look what we had, everybody.
The big headline in the...
Well, the great surprise would be if Lenny Kravitz just starts titty fucking her at the 10-minute mark for the last 2 minutes.
That certainly would be wonderful for everyone, I'm thinking.
I would love that.
You would? Okay, yeah. I had to stare at you to make sure you would love that.
Well, what song are you looking forward to hearing Katy Perry
Fireworks.
sing? No, but there's a couple of hits, I'm sure.
I know she's got some hits in there.
Fireworks is one of the songs.
Fireworks, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Are you still impressed by Fireworks?
Here it is. It just makes everyone happy. It puts everyone in a good mood.
What, fireworks?
Look, you're smiling a little bit. See, she's basically saying that anything is possible, Florentine.
Oh, is that what she's saying?
I think so, yes. It doesn't matter you're ugly or fat. You jump in that pool.
I could just
take your clothes off and you jump in that pool and be proud of your body.
I could just say, a friend could go, dude, anything's impossible. Everything's possible. And I go, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't have to hear this. I don't have to tap my foot as to telling me that.
There's a lot of guys out there that don't feel like hearing this song, but the anger that comes from you is what's wonderful.
No,
you get so mad.
If I'm a 12-year-old girl, this is the fucking greatest thing ever. It's my ringtone.
Until you're 13, and then suddenly you turn on her.
And then you hate him. You hate her and hate everything you listen to, yes. Well, the big news actually is Richard Sherman. Oh, my God, will he even play in the Super Bowl? His girlfriend might be giving birth any day now.
I think that's called baby mama.
Yeah.
If you want to be technically correct.
Baby mama's giving birth, and of course he's going to play in the Super Bowl.
You never know. Look,
of course he's gonna.
Listen, I mean, let's look at it. He probably met her, I don't know, he probably knew her for like a couple weeks, knocked her up. All right, yeah, we'll have the baby. I'm keeping it. Okay. So, he barely knows her. But, yeah, I mean, he's going to be there. He's going to miss the Super Bowl.
He's going to miss the Super Bowl for the birth?
No, he's not, of course. But, look, Marshawn Lynch getting all the attention, so Richard Sherman's got to throw that in the ring.
Right.
And that's the politically correct thing to do, where everybody's going to be talking about it. It's going to be all over the friggin' Today Show today. Should they? It's a big... So he's not going to go, hey, fuck that bitch. I'm playing.
Imagine he blows off the Super Bowl for the birth of his kid. Then there's resentment there.
Yet there's also going to be a lot of heat back at him if he misses the birth of his kid. They act like that's a giant thing now.
True.
My dad wasn't even at the hospital.
Well, no, he's at the local bar, right?
You know what? Let's not start making up rumors about men that wrestled with something, and now we're doing much better.
My son was supposed to be born on Ozfest, and I told my wife, if it's that day, I already got tickets. I got third row.
Yeah.
That's your Super Bowl.
That was my Super Bowl. It was Ozzy and Motley Crue. I'm like, I got to see this. And luckily, he was born 4 days before that.
I made the mistake when I rushed my wife to the hospital. The first person we see where they do all the numbers, I asked the lady, how long is this going to take? Because I'm really tired.
Nothing wrong with that.
Really?
And what'd she say?
She said it's going to be at least 10 or 12 hours. And I'm like, oh, boy, hopefully I can stay awake. Yeah.
You didn't know going in.
No, I didn't know. I thought when the water breaks and you start rushing them to the hospital, it's an hour maybe, 2 hours. I didn't know that's just the beginning.
You never watched any of the tapes before you went there?
I did. And we laughed at it. We kind of made jokes in the room.
Well, you were young. You were in your early 20s, so you weren't. You didn't realize the responsibility that was coming.
I didn't mean anything by that. It just popped out because I was trying to figure it out in my own head. Like, when do I start calling family and this and that? But it just came across really shitty when I said, how long is this going to take? I'm tired.
No, I mean, mine was, we went to the doctor just for a checkup. She wasn't due for another month.
Yeah.
And then on the way back from the checkup, the doctor goes, no, he'll be fine. He's going to come right about that time. Her water broke in the car as we were driving back. And she's like, we got to turn around. My water broke. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
You're lying. And I'm like, you sure you're not just not getting wet because you sit next to me? We made a fucking U-turn and that was it.
How many hours after the water broke?
Probably like 16, 17 hours.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, so it's all good now, though, Ronnie.
Well, what are you going to do? I think this. By the way, I don't even think this is even a chance that this baby happens.
Of course
you
not.
can push it back a little bit.
Of course, you could throw a little drugs in there, slow it down, or speed it up, right?
Yeah.
Depending. So they're probably figuring that out.
But it's a good story for him.
It's a great story. He needed a little attention.
Wouldn't it be ironic if he dropped the baby? You know, I mean, he's known for having great hands. Just slips through.
Yeah, so let's stop with that. Richard Sherman will absolutely be in the Super Bowl, even if his wife's giving birth.
It's the perfect thing to say. He's not going to go, too bad. Let that bitch be on her own. She's not going to say that.
Yeah,
and Marshawn Lynch, like I said, is getting all the attention. And Richard Sherman's like, look, I got to get some of this now. Let me take it off my teammate by saying this. Because
Yeah.
he's taking a beating for no reason.
He made a statement to the media. Do we have the audio of the statement to the media?
Yeah, I think that's what he gave you.
Yeah, all right. Hold on. Let me play this for everybody because he's the other one. I don't know what else is going on. I know this guy's not answering any questions, and Richard Sherman has horrible timing when he knocks up broads. You're a football player. You can't fucking do the calendar in your head and go, wow, maybe I should be really careful. What would that be? March, April, around May-ish, I guess, right? He knocked her up in May.
Maybe he didn't think they were going to go to Super Bowl again this year. He's like, we won't even make the playoffs.
So what the hell? I'll just let my sperm fly?
You think he was thinking that in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a football player, I think maybe you keep May clear and you wear a bag for May.
He's not wearing a bag.
That sounds gay.
Wearing a bag's gay?
Yeah.
Really?
It's overrated.
Something gay guys do. That's what gay guys do, not to get diseases. It has nothing to do with babies.
Yeah.
It's a little overrated, the bags.
All right, here's Marshawn Lynch.
Ain't nothing changed from yesterday.
It's true.
Still the same person I was yesterday, and I got the same thing for you that I had yesterday. You know why I'm here. 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 They know why I'm here. Y'all know why I'm here. They know why I'm here.
Music you listen to pregame.
You know why I'm here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day. 2 seconds short. Thank you.
It's kind of an asshole now, huh? I know the NFL is pressuring him to do this because of the fines and stuff, but now he just kind of sounds like an asshole.
And yet, do you ever hear anybody else quote it from any of their things?
No.
This is the only interesting thing that's ever happened in a, hey, we're all going to ask the football player questions.
Right. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
the stupidest thing ever.
those questions usually are a who gives a fuck anyway.
Yeah,
but-
he's going to be, look, the Patriots are a tough team, and we'll see. We got to
Right.
play our best game, and hopefully, we come out at the end.
We're
Who
well
wants to hear
prepared
that?
for this?
Yeah,
and blah,
I
yeah.
find that rude. You know what I
Right.
mean? I feel the fact that you worked with a PR person to bullshit everybody
Right.
to be ridiculous. I think he's at least entertaining.
Right.
I think he's
sure.
great.
And he's selling a lot of hats.
Hats and
Caps.
Skittles.
The cap he wore, which I guess is illegal, right? The NFL has a problem with the hat he wore.
Yeah, because they can't make money off of it.
So he sold out on his website. He sold a whole bunch of hats yesterday, or caps. And then he said this. This is his feelings toward the media.
I don't really have a question, but I was hoping maybe you could give Winans Academy a shout
look.
out.
I mean, all week, I done told y'all what's up. And for some reason, y'all continue to come back and do the same thing that y'all did. I don't know what story y'all trying to get out of me. I don't know what image y'all trying to portray of me. But it don't matter what y'all think, what y'all say about me. Because when I go home at night, the same people that I look in the face, my family, that I love, that's all that matters. So y'all could go and make up whatever y'all want to make up, because I don't say enough for y'all to go and put anything out on me. But I'll come to y'all event, y'all shove cameras and microphones down my throat. When I'm at home in my environment, I don't see y'all, but y'all mad at me. And if y'all ain't mad at me, then what y'all here for?
Actually, I'm not mad.
I ain't got nothing for y'all though. I told y'all that, so y'all should know that. But y'all will sit here like right now and continue to do the same thing. I'm here preparing for a game and y'all want to ask me all these questions, which is understandable. I could get in with that. But I told y'all, I'm not about to say nothing. So for the remainder of my, 3 minutes, because I'm here, I'm available for y'all. I'm here, I'm available for y'all. I done talked. All of my requirements are fulfilled. So now for this next 3 minutes, I'll just be looking at y'all the way that y'all looking at me. Thank you.
Ronnie's right. Way more interesting than
I've heard some sports guys saying that he should be suspended for the Super Bowl. Like if he doesn't talk, Roger Goodell should suspend him.
Oh, really?
The guy obviously has some kind of fucking weird social disease, though. You know what I mean? Like, you saw Ricky Williams had the same thing where they get in front of people and they panic. I don't see where public speaking should play into a football player.
Yeah,
Fuck it. Let the guy play.
There's a couple, you look, Peyton Manning, Brady, those guys are ambassadors of the league. They'll toe the line, say the right things. Put them out there. Put the big stars out there. Marshawn Lynch doesn't want to talk. Who gives a shit?
You don't need to get every player out there.
You don't.
They force every player to do this, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem here?
Yeah.
So Ronnie's right. You know, each team gets to pick whatever, 10 guys.
Y'all want to just see me.
Right.
That's what y'all want to do. See me.
Y'all.
Fulfill my obligations.
Y'all.
It's the same accent that Ice Cube and Suge Knight have. I don't know how they all. I don't know what that accent is.
Oh, yeah.
But it's slow. It's very, very slow for guys that lived in a city.
They're smooth. They're cool. Yeah. You think Suge Knight's going to still have his Super Bowl party?
Have they brought him in yet?
He took a little walk to the police station overnight. Yeah, a few hours ago, I believe. You know the story with Suge Knight?
He ran over two people or
He
something?
ran over his pal. It turns out to be one of his buddies. He pulls up to some kind of set in Compton, and there's some kind of beef. And then he jumps in his car and guns it, and his friend was coming around to I think the passenger side, and Suge Knight, ran him over, and then took off for a little while.
Snoop and Ice Cube were there at the time.
Snoop and the Ice Cube?
Yeah, because it was some kind of, I guess they're doing a movie about NWA.
Is that what that was? Because
Yeah,
they weren't sure what this was at first.
It seems like such a 1994 fucking playback that is kind of kind of sweet. It's kind of puts a nice bow. Now I want to see the movie.
Yeah,
I will tell you that. I do want to see the
Hopefully
movie.
they got footage of that.
Yeah,
They got a video of them working on the victim. So Suge Knight's in a bit of trouble. He'll probably he'll skate. He's one of those guys. He just ends up skating all the time.
hip hop has been like the last place where you could have real fucking crazy people making money. You know what I mean? Like everything else has gotten very corporate and tied in, but Suge is like the last guy that will make a lot of money and shoot somebody.
Sure,
Do both.
he'll just hang you outside a window, no problem.
It's all very nucky, all very boardwalk
Yes,
empire.
exactly. I don't know. I mean, it's involuntary. What kind of charges would he get? What kind of time could he get for that? Running over his friend. And does that play into it? Like, hey, man, it was my friend.
No.
I think it plays into it.
Well, he's going to say
If
that
you could prove
he
it's your
didn't see
friend,
him,
like,
he was backing up, and he didn't see some shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
sure.
my friend. So you got to knock a few years off. What do you think?
I think he's going to do some. I think this is like the 9th thing. He just got shot 6 times.
Yeah, he's in
like
bad.
a little while ago.
He's in bad health to begin with because of the 6 bullets that he got recently, and then supposedly he almost died of a blood clot recently. He's in bad shape.
Yeah, this thing, it's probably time to tap out with him.
Do you think this is finally it for him?
This is it. It's got to be.
Where they finally go, look, man, we really just gotta put you away.
We
now.
don't know where to put you anymore, Shug. We don't know what to do with you. We got to take you off the shelf, though. Someone's going to get hurt.
Wow. Yeah. And the other case, the Aaron Hernandez. Anyone else following this?
No.
They're saying this is not a slam dunk, and they're going to have a really tough time proving that he committed murder.
Because they haven't found the murder weapon. That's huge.
But they have video of him in his house, his own security camera footage, and it looks like to me he's holding a gun, but they're like trying to say it's a cell phone.
He was taking a selfie with a pistol. I don't
But
think
even
it's
with
that
the gun,
bad.
you don't know, like, with those 4 dudes there, and one of them died, I think, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, you don't know who shot him. And even if he was coming in the house with a gun, you don't know if he pulled the trigger, if he didn't know. Maybe one of the guys just shot him. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Right.
Give him my gun, and then got rid of the gun. So, yeah, it is. But that other one, he's supposedly up on a double murder where he did that drive-by from a few years ago.
Because someone bumped into him at the club. That one.
That's a
whole different
good
case.
reason.
Well, they're saying this could be kind of a Casey Anthony situation where they're gonna have a real tough time proving it. Even though his sneaker print is at the murder scene, and they got his DNA on a joint that was left at the scene, the end of a joint. So they know he was there, but they can't prove that he actually did it because no one's talking and there's no murder weapon. Wow.
I was watching the court TV thing, and they showed the jury going in. They're all wearing Pats jerseys. I think he walks. If Belichick is not guilty, just people are crying, thinking about.
You think in the courtroom, Aaron Hernandez just looks at the jury and kind of just points at his Super Bowl ring, like I brought this to your fucking town.
Man. Exactly.
I brought this to your fucking town.
Where's he got a ring?
No, actually, you know what? He's never won.
Oh,
no,
he never won.
So.
You're right. You're right. He was in the one that. Oh, you're right. You're right. Man, well, that joke bombed horribly then.
It still worked.
It still worked on some
women.
level?
Yeah, it still worked with women.
All right, thank you.
But I think...
No, you're right. He never won a Super Bowl.
But if you're sitting there on the jury, you're thinking, if we get Hernandez and Gronk, we got to get this together. We owe it to the community.
Yes.
Absolutely. Like, we could use it. That double tight end was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was unstoppable. You notice that definitely a couple Pats fans. Everybody in Boston's a Pat fan.
Sure.
How are we going to find people? Nah, I don't really follow them.
18 jurors. There's got to be a few.
I'm a Miami fan. If Marino killed my family, I'd say he's innocent.
You'd have to.
I would,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like maybe they deserved it.
Yet he never gave you a ring either, did he?
No, but it wasn't his fault. He had no defense.
All those years, though.
Or running game.
No
All
running game.
those years.
He had one running back that over 1,000 yards.
He couldn't squeeze one out after all those years.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Look, I had Patrick Ewing, so I feel your pain.
What did he won
Fucking
his rookie season, Marino?
No, his second year.
His second year.
Was when he broke all the records.
Right.
49ers, Dolphins. And then he never went back.
I remember they did a commercial with him and Joe Montana where there was like some next year, right? It was like a little joke, like, I'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was true.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, this is going to be it.
Right.
For
Over
the
and
next
over again.
15 years.
Right.
We're going to get 6 or 7 times that these guys go up against each other. And he never went back.
Never went back. That's amazing.
Shula, you blame Shula?
A little bit. He didn't change his coordinators. He had really bad coordinators, and he was stubborn. He wouldn't get rid of them. And that's why he got forced out, ultimately, because they said, look, get rid of the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. He goes, no. He goes, all right, I'm bringing Jimmy Johnson in.
Right.
You want to get fired or you want to step down? How do you want to do this? And he stepped down.
How many years did Marino play?
17.
17. Holy fuck. We had the same shit here in New York with Patrick Ewing. We all were convinced we're going to have a whole bunch of championships or at least go to the finals a whole bunch of years, and it never fucking panned out either.
There was a story this year about Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll was the coach when Marino did the fake spike play. It was his only year as a Jet. They said that's why he's probably wound up in Seattle. Who knows? He ruined the Jets season. The Jets were like 7-2 at that time. Going to win the division, and then Marino did that. They won that game. They were up 24-6 going into the fourth quarter or halfway through the third quarter. The Jets going to win the division. Marino brings it back, and the Jets didn't win another game that year.
Wow.
And they got rid of Pete Carroll. Then they brought in Richie Kotite for 2 years.
Well, it's been a disaster ever since.
Yeah.
And there's Pete Carroll, at another Super Bowl. I always loved him.
When he took that Seattle job, because he came from USC, because
Yeah.
there was some shit coming down, some sanctions, so he's like, I got to get out because I'm going to have a shit team.
He bails and leaves the
Oh,
players.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm like, why would he take the Seattle gig? Because they weren't even good at that time.
Yeah.
And he really turned that program around.
He had to get out of USC.
All those
Yeah.
guys love him too, man. The
Yeah.
guys up there, they dig him.
That's why the sanctions aren't fair for the college players. They fucked the college players. They had nothing to do with that shit. And then they're left in these programs that are just, disasters.
Yeah. It's too bad.
Fuck them.
Fuck them all.
Fuck those kids. and their education. They're all working for free anyway.
They are.
I would love to open up a league where it's just like calling it like a young professional league. Just go up against college. But college it's coming back to where it's almost bigger than pro football.
Yeah, it
again.
is. Yeah,
it's amazingly big.
Absolutely. And now that they actually play for the championship, that makes it exciting too.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. They got me locked in this year.
Really?
They got me locked in, yeah, for the championship games.
I didn't watch. After all that, I didn't watch.
You didn't watch?
I didn't
It was
watch.
great.
I kind of wanted to watch and didn't watch. So, are we going to do ribs today?
Oh, my God.
You want ribs today?
He was bringing in barbecue at so early in the day yesterday.
Well, it was the Mad Cuban. He came in. We thought he was going to come in with his own food, but he came in with someone else's food. Barbecue chicken and ribs and sausage.
I only eat the ribs from Fridays. That's a tribute to Sam Roberts.
No, you don't. You don't like that. You absolutely don't like that. The Mad Cuban was supposed to make us omelets today. I bet you he didn't think we were serious yesterday.
The Mad Cuban.
The Mad Cuban. He goes, I'll come back and make omelets for you guys. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I bet you he's not coming back.
You know him better than me. I don't know.
Did you like the Mad Cuban?
He's a very nice young man.
Yeah. He's one of our pals. He runs with Guy Fieri, if you don't know, Florentine.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we play the Justin Bieber video, please? He's
Sure.
apologizing to everyone finally.
About
Biebs.
what?
Just being an asshole. I guess what? He had a little sit down with Ellen DeGeneres,
Yeah.
and now what? He's admitting that he's just an asshole?
Yeah, well, he said he was very, when he went on Ellen, he was very nervous and he felt like the people were judging him. And he didn't want to feel like he was being judged because he felt like everybody had this perception of him that was not true. That he wasn't this kid that just don't give a fuck.
He's, what is he, 20?
I think he's like probably, he's 20,
19, 20. He
22,
should be an asshole.
Of course.
He's got a ton of money. He should be an asshole.
Everyone's an asshole
Who
at
wasn't
20?
an asshole at 20?
We just didn't have paparazzi following us around all day long.
If you had access to all the money in the world and any chick that you wanted, would you be cool? Would you?
I was an asshole at 20 with not even a bank account.
Ronnie wasn't an asshole at 20.
I can't even remember.
I bet you skated and you weren't considered an asshole at 20.
I think I don't remember a thing about it. It was a part
You
of
really
a
don't remember being 20?
part of a long blackout that took place. But, the Biebs, it's a tough thing because he does have the money and the people who like him, but the people who hate him really hate him. So every night, he goes to a ball game, somebody's yelling, some shit at him.
Right. He had to grow up in front of everybody. I don't know. I think I'm turning on the Biebs. I think
You're starting to like him?
No, I don't. Not really. But I understand the point that everyone's an asshole. At
What 20-year-old wouldn't act like that?
Right.
With all that money and that success.
Right.
Just be, hanging out with his friends and having house parties.
But
No one's done that before.
He needed to listen to the people around him. The people that probably told him, look, you got to fucking stop
A
being
20-year-old's
an
not going to
asshole.
listen.
Nah, it's
when
true.
you tell him, look, don't do this. This is a bad move. I've been through it before. He's not listening to that.
That's true.
He's got a bunch of guys like Elvis that let him win at karate and shit. Remember when Elvis would act like I know karate, and the only guys he would fight were his buddies? I just fucked up Red. And you're like, really? Did you, Elvis? Because I think he took a dive for you.
Bieber's got his Memphis Mafia.
Yeah, in his own way. And they all sit around. They got their fucking caps on backwards and calling each other boy. You know what I mean? And then you get around real people. And he's just got to hear shit wherever he goes.
I think you got to call the Elvis channel with your theory.
What's that?
They need some new stories over there.
Red. Charlie Hodge, get in here. One of you guys is fired. Have a knife fight. That's what he's always doing. Somebody's getting kicked off the plane. And those guys have to fight each other and shit. Let's take a look. Red, let me see your girlfriend's titties right now. Red's like, all right.
Man, fuck.
Elvis
asked shit. You got to listen to the Elvis channel, though. They got great stories over there from people that almost knew Elvis.
Well, people that he bought cars for and shit.
Almost.
When you're in Memphis, every old lady, I was going to the market, and Elvis drove up, and he said, you like this car? And I said, yeah, and he just handed me the keys. He was just constantly giving people keys. Here, take yours.
They tell 20-minute stories on the Elvis channel. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite things to do with this satellite radio.
Just waiting for
they don't have any real stories because most of the people are dead.
Yeah.
So the people that are left are the ones that maybe saw, like Ronnie saying, Elvis flying through town and happened to buy a coffee and a muffin at their store, and they have 20 minutes on it.
I heard Elvis fart once, and I'll be back to tell the story in a moment.
We used to listen in on the Elvis channel. It was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
I never heard. I got to listen to it.
He's the king.
He was
the king.
They go like 20 minutes with what sounds like the beginning of a story, and then they go, and that's what happens.
Right.
So
Yeah.
And then they think it's the most amazing thing they've ever heard about Elvis. And
Well, you know that the story is ending because you hear the music, caught in a trap, you know what I mean? And that's when, can walk out.
all right, let's look at the Biebs. He's the new Elvis, I guess. He's the new Elvis Presley. There, Sam Roberts.
maybe not go that far.
So
but-
what? He did this on his own after appearing on Ellen DeGeneres?
Yes, because he wanted to make sure the people had the right perception of the Biebs.
Okay, let's.
Well, Sam, you're into pop culture. No Justin Bieber love. He's
No.
part of the whole picture. You got the ear to the street.
That's exactly right. You've
I
heard
know.
the show before. So you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not in your wheelhouse.
No.
No?
I'm not a Justin Bieber guy.
You should
Okay.
show some respect for the Biebs.
What for?
He's been through a lot.
This is just the cost of doing business.
Remember when he
kind
was
of.
skateboarding outside Madison Square Garden? That wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Did you see the skateboarding video?
No, I didn't see that.
He is not even close to average on a skateboard, and he was doing all sorts of moves outside Madison Square Garden in front of a whole ton of people. He really is an asshole.
But his buddies are going, that's great, Biebs. 360. That's a 360.
Was he performing at Madison Square Garden? That's why he was out there, or?
I have no idea.
Oh, this is just.
Oh, he's had no.
Oh, we don't have. I don't want to listen to this fucking lady talk about
Ow.
it.
Okay, now get this.
No, I'm not.
God.
Get this. I ain't going there. Sorry, Sam.
Don't be sorry to me.
Where's the raw video of him skate? It doesn't matter. We can just play the regular Biebs video. But he was just making horrible moves. He was trying to jump off like one like step and falling over and over again, and everyone thought it was. Oh, here it is.
Over the holidays and walking near Madison Square Garden on a Sunday when you see Justin Bieber skateboarding, doing stunts.
It's like watching my nephew.
Oh,
That's good.
It's just fucking falling.
literally almost just died. Are you okay? Don't worry, it seems like Justin was just fine after
Oh,
that
shut
tumble.
up,
He tried to
Misty.
play it off as fast.
All right, enough of that. Let's go to the Justin Bieber video. So he made this video to maybe apologize for some things.
So I just wanted to make a video because I wanted to express how I feel right now. So today I was on Ellen and it was a lot of fun. She's amazing. It was her birthday. Happy birthday, Ellen.
Shout
I
out.
was really nervous, and I think I was nervous because I was afraid of what people are thinking about me right now. It's been a minute since I've been on a public appearance, and I didn't want to come off arrogant or conceited, or basically how I've been acting the past year and a half. And I'm not who I was pretending to be. And why I say pretending is often we pretend to be something we're not as a cover-up of what we're truly feeling
That's
inside.
heavy. It's fucking heavy,
There
kid.
was a lot of feelings going on in there.
You can tell from his vocal tone that he's coming
Young and
from the soul.
this business is
I think he's
hard.
afraid about waking up the baby.
It's hard.
Fucking speak up, kid. Put some bass in your voice.
And it's a very dark video. We're not allowed to see the Biebs in this video. There's a point to playing this, and it's very simple. It's a who gives a fuck story, obviously. It has 77.5 million likes on his Facebook page.
No, that's
Views?
no, that's his Facebook page.
Oh, in general?
Period. Has
All right, you
77.
scared me. Okay.
But this does have 313,000 likes, 32,000 comments, and 25,000 shares.
25,000 shares on a Justin Bieber video.
And he just posted this yesterday.
Like last night,
Last
yeah.
night.
He has 77.5 million people on his Facebook page.
They're not people, they're believers.
Believers. For what? For what? What? For what? What does he do?
He's been through a lot, and he's not able to, he's trying to get things that happen, but it's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
There's I'm just so tired. So tired. So tired. I didn't think I could be this young and this tired. Speak up, Michael Jackson, fucking whisperer.
Wow. They love the Biebs.
Oh, he's great.
Of course, Believers.
Whatever he puts out. Oh, you want an Elvis story?
Yeah.
All right. People are
I want to
calling.
hear about the Kang.
All right. This guy's got his favorite Elvis story. Dave in Ohio. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I was just calling to share my favorite Elvis story of all time when Nixon was going through his deal where he just wanted anybody to like him. Elvis really wanted to be part of law enforcement. Gets granted like a national sheriff's badge or something.
Dude, they made a movie out of this. You act like you're telling us fucking story. Not a lot of people know this, but Elvis was in Germany in 1958.
Well, it's just the best one that I've heard.
But they made a movie out of it. It's so well known. It's like you called us up and told us Brian's song. You're fucking crazy.
Well, maybe he has a spin on it. Do you have a spin on it, Dave?
No. That's just the best one I ever heard. I'm not an old guy like you guys, and it was.
All right, I think we got to fire the phone screener. I mean, it's not your fault, Dave. It's never your fault.
It was a history lesson at my school. It's a very small town.
All right, so what about Nixon and Elvis? What do you find so great about the story? All right, he's gone.
Yeah.
Sorry you had to sit through that, Ron.
Who is your phone screener?
Right now, it's me. The intern's on a run.
All right, so that's...
boy.
E-Rock
can't multitask.
He's double duty.
He's
double
multitasking
duty.
right now.
Officer Elvis.
Yeah. You thought that was going to be a good one, Art?
No, he just said, I have a favorite Elvis story to share with Opie. And I said, you want to tell me? And he said, no. And I put him on hold.
Oh, that's good phone screening. that's killer phone screening in there.
Yeah.
Good call.
I got next one. I got a beef with Opie. What is it? I'm not telling you. All right, hold on.
Going right through.
Hold on. I got nothing to add. I'll get you right on. Look, I'm going to give you the hotline. Call back on that.
What convinced you to put that on hold? What did you hear in there where you went, man, we got to make sure the guys take this phone call?
I thought they were going to start setting up fake Elvis stories, so I thought it would be funny.
It's good.
Maybe you should have asked them a couple follow-up questions.
Like, I insist, please tell me the Elvis story.
Or I got to let you go. You have a lot of power in there. They got to get past you.
You're screening the phone calls, not just like you're not the answering service.
Exactly. So why is that Bieber thing? I don't understand now. Everyone's talking about this Bieber video. Who cares?
The Believers.
Children love him.
Yeah.
They still love him, even though they're getting old enough to realize he's a bust.
There's always one less lonely girl.
And aren't they moving on to who? I can't keep track.
Ariana
I was going to
Grande.
say
One day.
One day.
I was going to say
the
one
shit
day
right now.
Are they still the shit?
Yeah.
What's going on with 15 Minutes to Summer? That's my fucking bag.
They were here.
Yeah.
Well, Bieber's lasted a long time. You thought his 15 minutes was up after about 2 years ago, 3, and he's still hanging around. I think that annoys a lot of people.
See, he could be the next JT, where you just get accepted as a regular person after that. You know,
Wow,
you make that
that's true.
turn, and then you're with him forever.
I don't know about that.
Never know.
I think the JT thing is extremely rare.
Well, you mean people who were like teen idols and then held on?
Yes.
You know, Michael Jackson had it.
And got respectability. Well, he was with his brothers and stuff. That was a pop band. Oh, yeah, I guess. All right. Jesus.
I would take Michael Jackson at, like, say, 10 years old, and I don't know if anyone has ever been better than him. Like, little Michael Jackson is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
I've had that argument 1,000 times. Little Michael destroys old Michael.
Not only that, I've never even made it to the Thriller album yet. That's still ahead of me, because I'll go back and just dig Michael.
You're still on Off the Wall?
No, not even. I'm not even there. I'm like, I want you back, Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. ABC Michael Jackson.
I used to always find it funny that he had to perform with his much older brothers. Imagine being one of the older brothers and you have to, like, you know, be second fiddle to your 10-year-old brother. They got full beards and their voices are deeper, and there's Michael just kicking it out of the park.
But he's making all the money and can't fuck any of the girls.
I understand. Well, that's why they were dealing with this horse shit, because they knew the money that was coming in.
Well, they were also dealing with it because if they didn't, their dad would punch them in the
Beat
neck.
the shit out of them.
They had
punch in the neck. Oh.
They had a dad that would just constantly punch him in the neck,
Right.
even after a good show. Just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Don't get confident, Tito.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to be on the bus with their dad sitting behind them. Everyone was like trying to rush to the back seat.
Back to the wall.
Because that swing just comes around.
Yeah. But it goes to show it works. He turned those kids into fucking ATM machines.
Absolutely.
He did a great job with them.
And he also turned him into a weirdo, though, because little Michael Jackson had no hint that he was going to become a weirdo.
That was up to him. That's his part to
You think?
pick and choose. Yeah.
You think that's his journey?
That's a
Yeah.
personal choice.
Yeah.
I think they use the word journey a little too much in today's society.
It gets used quite a bit.
I'm finding out that everyone has their own journey they're on.
The only person that should use the term journey is Stephen Perry.
There you
Everybody
go.
else
Not even
should bypass.
Not even the Filipino kid. He's
The
not allowed
Filipino
to.
kid I like a lot. I
But he's
really
not
do.
allowed to use the word journey yet.
Yeah. I just found out that they're paying him $4 a day.
You know, Neil Sean made a great deal with that kid.
Oh, without a doubt. I've seen Journey with him before, and
Yeah.
the rest of the guys up there are grinning from ear to ear.
Right.
They're like, this is unbelievable. We found a guy that can hit these notes.
Right.
That's phenomenal, that everybody accepted, and it's just a fucking cash cow right now.
And all we have to do is give him a rice dish every night.
Oh, jeez, that's borderline.
What? They like rice over there.
They do?
I think so.
Over
All
where?
of them?
Over where?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know of one person that doesn't like rice.
Yeah.
Everyone likes
Sam
rice.
Roberts doesn't like rice.
I will not go near
He's not a
rice.
person, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
You're the only person in the world that doesn't like rice.
I don't like it. It's too small and slimy. I don't. The consistency.
Rice
You're not probably getting it made the right way.
You don't think so?
Well, how do you eat sushi if you don't eat rice?
You think I eat sushi?
They don't serve that at Applebee's. Sushi.
Exactly. I eat good in the
Applebee's.
neighborhood.
We going out to the bees tonight?
They serve it at the Cheesecake Factory, though.
Do they have sushi there?
I wouldn't know.
I didn't trust it, though. They had a few little sushi dishes.
You never had sushi in your life?
No.
He barely eats steak. He had it once because we forced him to.
I know exactly what my spot on the menu is. It's like
The
Children's?
kids' menu.
So you've never had a filet mignon?
no.
Well, yeah.
Well, I guess is
Guy
that what
Fieri
makes-
force-fed you.
No,
and
no,
also
Guy
gave you
Fieri didn't-
alcohol.
Guy Fieri didn't force feed me.
He forced the alcohol on you, right?
He forced the alcohol.
Even
down
though
my
you're
throat.
kind of a straight-edge kid.
He actually chewed it and spit it into his mouth. Here.
Oh, no, McFoley fed steak to you.
Mick Foley fed steak.
That's right.
Yeah.
I-
And then
didn't
I
you
like-
eat with Guy Fieri, too?
I think I might have tried some of his stuff and spit it out.
And spit it out, which was not a good commercial
You
for
didn't
Guy
like it?
Fieri's product.
No.
Some most people eat guys' food.
He really likes the salt shaker when he's making his food.
Yeah.
I like Guy Fieri. What the fuck am I doing?
I'm fine with it.
Where were we? Rice Journey. Yeah, Neil Sean grabbed that kid from a karaoke bar in the Philippines. So, yeah, I don't think they're paying him a lot of money.
They don't need Steve Perry back in the band because the guy does such a good job. They're selling, 10, 15,000 tickets every summer with a package tour with Styx and Foreigner. So why would they, if they were doing clubs where it was 300 people, they'd get Steve Perry back in the band.
But Steve Perry can't sound like that anymore. We've heard the vocals over the years.
Well, that
He can't
the
hit
guy
any
had
of those notes anymore.
Then again, it's like it's like putting someone that's retired in the cages 20 years later. He's not really singing Steve anyway, so he just goes up and he jams
Right.
at a band. He's got to get his voice back in shape. I'm sure he could still do a pretty good job.
We got a taste of Arnell?
Sure.
Because we're talking about him? Which one you want to do? The Oprah? The Oprah appearance is what really put the band completely back on the
He's great
map
on stage
again.
too. He's like the Asian Axl Rose, the way he runs around and stuff like that. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great front man.
I saw the documentary. I thought it was great.
I loved it.
But I think we ought to do this. What if we, because you think Steve Perry can still do it, right?
He could come close, and with all the effects and shit like that they could do from the soundboard, he could pull it off.
What if we did this? We pitch Steve Perry, you go out on tour with 4 Filipinos. And you I would show up to see just what the fuck was happening.
Yeah, this is what I do now. I just found the Filipino
See?
Neil Sean.
Everybody can pull this shit tour.
Neil Sean is the luckiest man alive. Because the story goes, if you saw the documentary, he's just up late one night just looking at YouTube clips of people that kind of sound like Steve Perry and found this guy just like that. He was just drunk and desperate probably and just clicking around. And he found gold.
Just like Steel Dragon.
It really is that story, you know?
Yeah.
Tim Ripper Owens, from in the Judas Priest cover band. They
Right.
found him, yeah.
All right, let's play. That one. You got it right there. Just a taste. We
Don't
have to
Stop
play the-
Believing or
No,
Faithfully?
you got to go. Don't Stop Believing.
Okay.
This is Arnel Pineda, I think, right?
After years of being treated like she was invisible,
Wow, they changed the intro
Sounds
a
like
little
Steve
bit.
Perry.
Yeah.
she might
80,000 people going berserk for that.
That guy is, it's effortless with him too, man. Oh my God. And, the best part of the video is Oprah she's with the people, just enjoying it like she's a teenage girl, jumping up and down with her arms in
she
the
is.
air.
Yeah, because you used to see a lot of young black girls in fucking Journey.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. Why leave it there? Maybe he can do John Madden. You know what I mean? Maybe this, this to me just seems like one part of the show.
He actually could imitate a whole bunch of
I'm
guys.
sure he can,
Yeah,
because he's basically Frank Caliendo.
Right.
He's an impressionist.
I'm trying to remember. I think he does a really good Axl Rose as well, if I remember correctly. Maybe find that real fast.
But see, that's the thing. Like, everyone acts like, oh, that's great. But if you went to some guy and he was just doing an impression of George Carlin for an hour, doing George's bits, you'd be like, this guy's retarded. This has to stop.
Oh, I would love it though.
Really?
Yeah, because then you feel like, oh, all right, George is still with us a little bit.
Huh. But he's not.
As long as he's not doing new material. The problem with Arnel and Journey, they tried to come up with a couple new songs. If they could have come up with one brand new hit, forget about it. But they fell short.
Well, remember
on that
when
front.
they tried to write that song about the Philippines?
Was that the one?
At the end of the documentary?
Ah, yeah,
It was so
okay, yeah,
shitty and
yeah,
cheesy
yeah.
and just cynical.
Yeah.
Like, what would these Filipinos want? What do they eat here?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Rice.
Let me bring it back to them.
They did put one album out with him a few years ago, and it just completely tanked. They thought there would be one or two hits on there, and I think they were doing like one song in concert, but they really thought that, all right, there's a couple on here that are going to catch on.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. Nobody gives a shit.
They just want to hear lights.
They just want to hear the old shit when they go.
Yeah, here's him. We're taking a chance here, but Arnel Pineda, the new lead singer of Journey, doing "Sweet Child of Mine." Just a little taste here. It's got a lot of energy. This was before the Journey run, right?
I don't know.
This is when he was with Grunge and Roses. I'm not hearing it.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad,
This
though.
is off somebody's fucking phone that they're
Right.
filming in a club.
Right. Well, Guns N' Roses didn't come calling, so.
Was that Bobby Lee or Arnell?
That's Bobby Lee.
And he has this long, sad story in between each one. I don't know what happened.
The other Guns N' Roses guys maybe could,
Miles Kennedy, Slash's guy.
He's a great
He's
singer.
Phenomenal the
He's
way he does
ridiculous,
the Guns N'
actually.
Roses stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. He's a real talent, that guy.
He's amazing.
He's been in a lot of shit.
He had the gig in Zeppelin if they were going to go forward.
Really?
He auditioned because after Robert Plant fucked him after 2007, they did that show. And they said, let's go out and tour. And Robert said no. They brought in Miles Kennedy. He go, you got the gig. And then like a month later, Page just goes, I don't want to go out. It's going to be too weird.
Right.
But he had the gig in fucking Zeppelin.
That guy never had his own gig, right? Miles Kennedy? He
Well,
pops up all over the
He's in
place.
Alter Bridge, which is the guys from Creed, except for the singer. Alter Bridge is
right on,
really big.
okay.
And then Slash heard him, and Slash used him for a song. He's in two bands right now. The guy's unbelievable.
Oh, okay.
He's touring like the whole year. Half of Slash, half of Alter Bridge.
I never got into Alter Bridge.
It's pretty good.
They're all right?
Yeah, it's a good band.
Yeah.
They're picking up some steam. They're gonna,
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sell like 4,000 or 5,000 seats. They do pretty well. And the guy in Creed, Scott Stapp, is just a complete mess. So that's probably not going to happen again.
He's wonderful. He's hearing voices, and he thinks the CIA's after him.
It's a fucking meth commercial.
Growing up in Florida. Growing up in Florida, that will do it. That's typical Florida.
He's a wonderful train wreck. I can't wait for
humidity and meth together, something's gonna fucking snap.
He's wonderful. Let's go to Greg in Rhode Island. Greg.
Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty good, buddy.
Listen, I got a message. I got a question for Florentine specifically because he's a big VH guy. I know you guys are all VH guys, but why does David Lee Roth get a pass? His singing sucks. He can't carry a tune. I went to see their last tour. He forgot the lyrics. Why does he get a pass? Why is no one saying?
Here's the thing, because it isn't fucking. It is an American Idol. You know what I mean? There's more to being a rock star than just hitting those same notes all the time.
First of all, I don't think he gets I don't think he gets a pass because they're not doing anything anymore. They weren't able to keep it together.
Well, look, in Dave's defense, Dave was an amazing front man. He's never been an unbelievable singer live.
Right. No
Even back in the day, I saw him as a little kid. He wasn't, but he was just an unbelievable showman. And he's actually gotten better, his singing. He's taken like singing lessons. But it depends where you see him in the tour. In the beginning of the tour, he sounds amazing. But, you know, the guy's 60 years old. They toured for like 6 months straight, pretty much like 5-6 nights a week. And they're doing like 2.5 hour shows, 2 hours and 15-minute shows.
You went to one of those shows?
I saw him a bunch of times. And like 6 times I saw him since I got back from him in 2007. 5 out of 6, he was amazing. It was early in the tour. But then I heard later in the tour his voice was shot, which happens with all of these guys as they get older.
Yeah. All right.
I get it, but I saw them at the beginning of the last tour, and Eddie was playing, the whole band was playing, and he forgot the lyrics, and they played like a minute without any vocals. And I don't, you know, I mean,
maybe they were jamming.
Wait, what song was it, though?
It was Chinatown from the newer...
the new song. Yeah,
well, you know...
It's having a senior moment.
I like that it's live and Dave's singing live, and if he doesn't hit it, he doesn't hit it.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I got no problem with that. Instead of having canned vocals where you go, all right, he's not fucking singing that.
Yeah. Again, I would rather see that show than the Filipino fucking Journey show because that's not real. It's not the real fucking show. David Lee Roth is the real Van Halen. Back together. That's what you get.
Sammy Hagar.
You were part of that one?
What's up with that? You're just like throwing those years away?
Yeah, I throw those years away.
You're just throwing them away.
Yeah, they should have changed the name of the band to something else.
Well, Van Hagar, they did.
Yeah.
Technically.
Miles Kennedy's great. You guys were talking about Miles. I've seen him a bunch of times with Alter Bridge and Slash, and he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he pops up all the time, and his vocals are amazing. I guess I got to listen to some Altered Bridge.
Alter Bridge is great.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call.
Hey, tell Anthony we miss him, all right?
Well, sure. He knows that. Thank you, sir. All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, Alter Bridge, Miles Kennedy. And what were you saying with the David Lee? Oh, so you weren't into Sammy Hagar taking over?
No, I just thought it was a different band.
It absolutely
sounded
was a different band.
Blah blah blah. But when you're really talking about Van Halen, that's the classic Van Halen.
Right.
I saw them when they were with Hagar, but it just was a different feel completely.
Where are you at with the Gary Sharon year?
That year, I thought they had it bad.
Right?
That was my favorite year with them. That was the only time I ever got to really be up close.
He's such a nice guy, too, man.
Gary's a great dude.
He's a wonderful
guy. Who
guy.
almost got the gig before Sammy Hagar is Patti Smythe from Scandal. Eddie wanted her in a band. And the record company talked him out. Go, no, you're not putting an album out with her.
I think he wanted her right here.
Absolutely.
He wanted her right there, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder how that would have worked out. Is there any videos of her singing Van Halen songs?
No, I don't think so. But that was
like
that was the thing that Eddie was going forward with, and then the record company put a kibosh on that, and then they got Sammy. It might have been the Gary Sharon era, possibly right before Gary got in the band, but it was one time where Patti Smythe basically had the gig.
Yeah. You ever see Eddie being interviewed? He's very much like Marshawn Lynch. He just wants to get out. Like if anyone's talking to him, he just wants to end it.
We had him a few times over the years. You ever have him? He's definitely a tougher interview.
Yeah, he's just not all that interesting unless he's playing the guitar.
And then you got David Lee Roth. He'll talk for days.
Oh, too much.
And because of that phone call, now I'm getting David Lee Roth in here.
Dave is phenomenal.
I'm getting him
you know
back
what's
in
great
here.
about Dave too? Like now he's just like talking about all the chicks he used to bang and the stories and stuff like that. Before he was just kind of like, he didn't want to. Now he has no problem with that at all. I love that about him.
I love when he comes.
He's
in
amazing,
there.
man.
He's a rock star. He's a legitimate rock star.
He loves doing this show.
I know.
We've kind of like put him on the back burner for a little while.
He preps the night before.
Yes,
what are you guys
he
going to
does.
talk about? I love that about him.
I think we're going to have to bring him in.
You have to.
I think we got to do it.
One of
been
the
a
greatest
while.
days of my life. I think you were out that, and Anthony was out. It was me, Jim Norton, and David Lee Roth for a whole show.
Right.
It was one of my greatest days ever in my life.
You loved it, huh?
Loved it. He was the reason I got into comedy when I'd see him on those talk shows. And like when Joan Rivers had the talk show, he was his first guest. I remember a little kid and just cracking jokes on there.
Was it Daryl Strawberry in here that day? Or was it Doc?
It was Doc Gooden.
Was it Doc Gooden?
Yeah.
It was Doc Gooden and David Lee Roth. Doc Gooden is spilling his guts on how bad the drugs just fucked up his life, and David Lee Roth's like, "Wow, man, that sounds like a good time." I remember that day.
Sounds like a good time.
He's just spilling his guts, and David Lee Roth had no fucking clue what was going on in front of him. He thought that he had just great party stories.
I'll never forget going to Scores like 15 years ago, and I see someone goes, David Lee Roth's here. I'm like, where? And he was in like the VIP section with like 5 chicks around him, and they're playing Van Halen, and he's singing with the girls. I'm like, what a fucking rock star. 5 chicks around him. Jump might have been on, and he's singing with them. It's fucking beautiful.
Anyone else would be like, turn off that shit.
Right.
He's like, this is great.
Doc Gooden was this close to tears, and David Lee Roth's like, "Oh, that reminds me of the time I was doing rails off this girl's tits or whatever." It's just like, Jesus, dude. Time and a place, brother. Oh, fuck. I don't know. He wasn't really a big partier, though, David Lee Roth, right? He wasn't known for it.
Yeah.
Did he have his years?
Absolutely.
He seems pretty.
No, but he was always a healthy dude. Like the next day, he was always in the gym or doing whatever.
That was the deal?
Yeah.
He wasn't a big drinker, though, was he?
Yeah. How you bring a bottle of Jack Daniels on stage?
Yeah, but wasn't that just kind of a prop?
No, I don't think so. I don't think.
I know Eddie was. I feel like he wasn't a big partier. You would know.
There was
more,
a thing
though.
they were saying about Alex Van Halen. He used to drink so much that I think it was in Sammy Hagar's book that he'd have a case of beer right next to him at the drum set,
right?
And he'd just be drinking because during the Van Hagar years, Alex would do his drum solo after like the second song. You know, we're like, why the fuck is he doing a drum solo now? Because he just wanted to keep drinking. He wanted to get it out of the way. And there was a bucket there, and he would just piss in the bucket. He wouldn't even get off the drum riser. And he goes, let me just get out of the way. After the second song, I'm doing my drum solo so I could drink the rest of the show.
Holy fuck, really?
That's what's in Sammy's book, yeah.
Oh, man. Huh.
That's rock star shit, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you can't even take that time.
No.
Just a bucket to piss in. There's 20,000 people.
Right. Yeah, you're only on stage
Why get up?
an hour and a half. You can't go an hour and a half. Maybe have one beer to keep the shakes at bay. Wow. Yeah, those stories with these old bands with doing the coke on the stage and the and the booze and stuff. Amazing.
Well, Def Leppard, there was a thing with Def Leppard when they would do. Someone was doing a guitar solo. The rest of the guys in the band would go underneath the stage and fuck a bunch of groupies down there, pick chicks out of the crowd, bring them down there for 10, 15 minutes, fuck them, and then get back up on stage.
And then pour some sugar on me.
How crazy is that, back in the day, the roadies would go out and pick out the girls, like, all right, you got to suck my dick first, and then you can go meet the band.
Right.
And here's what's
And the
weird.
girls would do it.
Right.
And Bill Cosby, you know what I mean? Couldn't pull that off. Like, you never, I'll think of all the rock stars. None of them have ever been busted for rape or anything.
Nothing. No.
And fucking Bill Cosby can't keep his shit together.
Right.
Some roadie who's hasn't showered in 2 days, working a 15-hour day, is sweating like a maniac. You got to suck my dick, and then I'll go. You can go meet the band.
Well, the Cosby thing is creepy because obviously he wanted other women in his life, and he probably could have got anyone, but he needed them fucking knocked out. That's his thing.
Good, party with them. Say, here's what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, but
here's the oxys.
Right, that was his thing though, because obviously he could have just had girls, but he needed them all fucking drugged up and possibly just out.
I got a
cold.
theory about it.
You do?
Yeah, you know how like when shit happens when you're a kid, it fucks you up? I think he had an aunt or a babysitter who got all fucked up, got drunk, and then he was like pulling her fucking skirt up and shit when he was like a little kid, maybe looking at her tits. And he's trying to redo that all the time.
Or through the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like have that fucking relationship over and over.
Right. Yeah, that's where all that fetish shit starts, right? Some weird thing that happened when you were young and impressionable. Hey, did your daughter have a Cosby story that she told on the air or something?
This friend of hers told this story and told it like years ago. But supposedly, like, he was like this little kid and his mom came home with Bill Cosby, right? So, you know, her mom puts him on the couch and he's like watching TV and shit. And, like, Cosby's just like glaring at him. So he goes in the other room. Cosby's just fucking railing the guy's fucking mom, just having a fucking, you know, a night between them. But this is while he's on TV. He's Dr. Huxtable. This is the story that this guy told at this party. And, you know, hours later, Cosby comes out and the kid's just sitting there and looking up at Cosby. And Cosby walks over to the kid, fucking pulls his thumb back and just goes, shh.
What?
Just fucking pulls his thumb back like in a, you know, like,
right.
Basically saying, you're never going to fucking talk about this.
What?
And then split. And this is why, supposedly, he was Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby.
Right.
Wow.
No, weird. So when, you know, I heard that story, I'm like, man, I heard some crazy Cosby story shit.
Yeah.
You know, before, too.
Wow.
Who knows? But, you know, it's always funny to me.
I think we know to a point. Come on. He's a creep. I mean, even we've said it a bunch. Even if you take half the women's stories and say, come on, he's still got way too many fucking victims. He's a fucking
There'd be
creep.
major lawsuits against every one of them if they were coming out and say drugged them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like going back at them.
And then
slander and libel and all that stuff, and there hasn't been any of that.
And the people that want to believe in Cosby are like, well, then why is it every woman happens to wake up in the middle of it? And my question would be, what the fuck is he doing when they're out cold that they're now waking up in the middle of it?
Well, you know, when his dick's inside of him, you're probably going to feel it and wake up.
Right. You believe this shit went down with Cosby, right?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't
Well, we have to say that for the radio, certainly, because I don't know him from a hole in the wall.
But the thing is, like, I'm not comfortable with the mob fucking mentality that take, like, I don't know why it's all about, like, keeping him from doing his show. You know what I mean? Like, what does that got to do with these stories? If you have some kind of story, you should go after him. I don't know why they're not just trying to stop him from going to the mall or fucking getting gas. Why are they just picking the show out of everything? Why don't they just say they just hang around the gas station?
Right.
You're a rapist. You can't get any gas.
Someone gives you a Cosby ticket. Do you go?
I never would have probably went anyway to sit there and watch him fucking talk for 2.5 hours.
He's a legend, though. I would love to see Cosby.
I'd like
I've never
to see
seen
him
him.
on TV for 6 minutes. That's plenty for me.
Yeah.
See, to me, I'm going to do the same thing with that I said about Michael Jackson. Early young Cosby is the shit. Pre the stupid TV show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Cosby in the fucking 60s when there was still like civil rights shit going on. And then he's on TV being that fucking funny.
Right.
Making white people go, oh, all right, I like at least one black dude, you know?
I like how he talked about skiing for 40 minutes on one of his albums.
Just goes on and on, right?
And I'm thinking the whole time, wow, they allowed him on the ski slopes. What's this? Sorry. That
was in the Poconos, though. That was in the Poconos.
Yeah, the Poconos would allow that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Poconos is pretty wide open. You know, those heart-shaped beds and shit.
They kept it open for everyone. They didn't care. They wanted the money.
They didn't have a lot of people going there.
So they had no choice, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because I've skied a lot, man. And these places are still, you know, don't take everybody. Let's just put it that way.
Do you think it's just that black people don't like to ski?
Well, well, wow, yeah. I think in general, probably the numbers are down as far as black people.
So you don't think it's just they go, look, you're black, you can't ski here. Sorry, we got no.
I spent a lot of years skiing. You didn't see a lot of black people skiing for whatever that means. That's all.
But you don't know whether it was choice or they were kept out.
Probably a little of everything.
We don't want you people skiing up here.
I'm talking about the 60s, Sam. Stop laughing. I'm not talking about today.
I didn't know, because after the rice comment and now the skiing comment, it's just very shocking.
There was a time they would empty pools if a black person jumped in. So, those same people probably would have a problem if they showed up at a mountain.
You know that
frozen water,
that empty fucking pool story supposedly happened to Sammy Davis Jr. in Vegas,
right,
when he was headlining a fucking hotel there.
I don't think it's a real story. Do you?
I believe it was in Sammy's book, Yes, I Can.
I think it's one of those urban legends.
All right, let's look into it, Sam.
When Sammy
Let's
Davis Jr. took a swim in the pool at the New Frontier Hotel. Hold on a minute here. Didn't happen to a black female performer too. The Vegas hotspot that broke all the rules. Where are we? Go to the headline.
It's a whole article about Vegas, so I just did a search for.
Oh,
pool.
I see. Okay.
Another local tells of the day Sammy Davis Jr. took a dip in a whites-only swimming pool at the New Frontier. Afterward, the manager drained the pool.
What year is this? 52?
Yeah.
87.
Yeah, between 1950 and 1952.
I could totally see that happening. Absolutely.
He said,
really?
Yeah.
Cole learned his lesson that night. A strip doorman turned him away. But that's Nat King Cole, his white companion, said, I don't care. Oh, no, this is it. All right, so that's why I did search. There's stories about Ella Fitzgerald, and Nat King Cole, and Louis Armstrong, and Sammy Davis Jr. all
being treated like shit because of the color of their skin.
That's right.
Even though they're headlining and people are going to see their shows.
Wow. You really think they drained the pool?
Yes.
Back then,
1952, without a doubt.
What a fucking asshole. Can you imagine you're the asshole that says, all right, we got to drain this fucking
Well, look
pool?
at the shit that Jackie Robinson got when he played. The guy was phenomenal. He's helping the team win. It's good for the league and all that shit and all the crap he took.
Do you think they scrubbed the pool afterwards, too? You can't just drain it.
I think maybe it was just for show for the fucking people that were staying there.
Like, look what I could do?
No, more like, hey, don't worry about going in the pool. We've already taken care of it.
Yeah, but I think if you drain the pool, then you got to scrub it down, too. You might as well go all in. Might as well go all in, no?
It's just a lot of extra time.
Yeah, they wanted to fill that thing back up.
But then you got to think the real racist people are sitting there going, well, did you really get all of it?
I don't think he rubbed around the whole edge and the bottom.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think he did that. Yeah, fuck you, white people.
They still have a saying out there, like, it's hot enough to swim with black people. They're like, you're on a really hot day. People are like, it's hot enough to swim with Jackson 5.
My point is, when you drain a pool, does all the water go, or is there just a little bit on the bottom? And then people are kind of looking, going, look, you didn't get all the water out. I still feel uncomfortable here.
I would feel uncomfortable hanging around to make sure all the black was
wait a
out.
minute. There's still a little left at the bottom there.
A little water, and then they have to go down there with towels and soak up the remaining little puddles that are at the
that
bottom
goes through
of the pool.
filter, through the wax-only filter.
Wow, man.
Horrible.
People were just horrendous. I think it's gotten a lot better.
Absolutely.
In general.
You're not so sure, huh, Ron?
Yeah, I don't know. It's still the same.
You think?
I think
over the years, some people got turned around a little bit. And their eyes were opened.
I don't think people's eyes open. I think they eventually die and their kids are less problematic.
racist.
Yeah, I think the same people, if you brought them back to life now, they'd still be racist.
If you're at that hotel and they're draining the pool, are you horrified or are you giving it like a standing ovation in the back of the 50s?
Everybody's at their place and time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like at the time, like I remember in the 80s where people were freaked out about gay people because when AIDS hit, people that maybe weren't anti-gay suddenly were like, yeah, but, and there was like things, should Magic be able to play basketball and shit like that? What if he starts to bleed? So people get freaked out very easily.
I remember the Magic Johnson thing, but people just didn't know. They didn't know.
But that's the fucking thing about ignorance, you know what I mean? Like you're panicking rather than learning all the facts.
Didn't they drain the pool after Greg Louganis hit his head and started bleeding too?
I don't know.
Do you guys remember that one?
I think they made him stay in the pool.
I would think that they would drain the pool though after he bled all over it.
Well, what if somebody's in the pool wearing a tamponi? You're going to fucking say drain the whole pool? Let the filter do its work.
No, there's a whole head full of blood. Let's drain the pool.
Look, you swim in the ocean, right?
Yeah, but that's a lot.
But fish shit in there. So what are you talking about?
But there's a lot of space in the ocean to dilute everything.
But you could get fish AIDS.
I mean, that's a risk I take every time, but I'm willing to take that risk.
The ocean's pretty toxic.
But it's
we
big.
dump a lot of shit in there.
Yeah.
It's big. It's diluted. It's not a one controlled square.
How much AIDS blood would you handle in a pool before you say, look, I can't do another lap?
I mean, if he cut his finger, that'd be fine. If his bottom of his feet was scraped, that's no problem.
What about his ass bleeding?
That's ground zero, I feel like.
So it's a bit pussy. It's pussy and bloody in the pool.
The pus. I'd have to say drain the pool at that point.
I don't know. I think the chemicals would kill everything in the pool. I think you'd be safer in the pool.
I wish they would drain the pool when kids shit in it, but they don't. That's why I don't go to public pools.
You just go
you eat at Fridays.
Nobody shits if I'm food.
Yeah, but you're eating shit food.
It's different.
There's actually a room at there's a fucking room at Fridays where people shit.
There is?
Yeah, there's a little room off to the
wow.
side.
Nice.
One room for men, one for women.
That's
They just let
gross.
people shit there.
They got it. As soon as they eat that food, like it's coming through. Let's build a separate room.
Most people will eat on the toilet just to be safe.
Yeah.
Just to sit there.
I'm going to bring my potato skins with me, I think.
Sam, when I was down in Turks and Caicos with my very young son, I'm with you with the theory that they should drain the pool after a kid shits in it.
Yes.
But when you're the father of the kid and he has explosive diarrhea while you have him in the pool, you go into complete panic mode and you just want to make it go away immediately.
You go, let's just get out of the pool.
And you swim to the other side and then you watch what he did slowly but surely kind of disappear. And then you're like, okay, I think we're good now. There's no fucking way I would have walked up to the people in charge and tell them that my kid just had explosive diarrhea in your pool.
I probably wouldn't do that for my kid
I would have
either.
been humiliated.
But if I was with you, I'd be like, that kid just shit all over the pool.
Some other kid?
And the guy's not doing anything about it.
Look,
Like, what are you guys going to do?
It's the parent's responsibility to make sure that never happens, and I was on it. I was completely on it, but it was just one of those things. It must have been the water down there.
You weren't on it. He shit all over the pool.
I couldn't tell anyone.
There's no way they might charge him to drain the pool
I was
and all that
panicked.
stuff. Yeah, you don't want to deal with
I was
that.
in complete panic mode.
You're right to not.
And I know now a lot of people are going to be, well, that's fucking disgusting. I guarantee, I'm talking for most parents, they would be humiliated and horrified to actually do something about it. And they would do what I did, swim to the other side and kind of take a look to see how bad it really is. And then as it's slowly disappearing, you're like, okay, I think the chemicals will take care of it.
But why didn't you get out of the pool?
It was my kid's shit. I could swim my kid's shit. That's easy.
But you said like it's the parent's responsibility to be on
I
it.
got him out immediately when it was happening, but some got in. He didn't have a full load in the pool. I did the right thing. As soon as I knew it was going down, I got him the fuck out of there.
But then you dove back into the shit pool?
Yeah, no problem. It was hot.
Strange.
Well, I saw that it disappeared. At that point, it's microscopic. What could it do to you?
Yeah, it went away.
And it's got chemicals. And it's a resort pool. They really fucking throw the chemicals in there.
And shit.
So everybody should just shit in the pool then.
Yeah, you have to imagine that you're not like the first person to do that.
Dude, you think, how many people actually leave a pool to take a leak? Let's be honest with each other.
I mean, I don't like that, but I try not to think about it. Shit is a whole other story.
Well, what about those resorts where they have the pool, the bars right built into the pool, and you're just sitting in those seats?
Yeah.
You see those guys sitting there for 3 straight hours. You don't think they were fucking taking leaks?
I've done it before on vacation. 4 straight hours, didn't get up once.
Right.
Did you just hold it?
No,
No,
just
you
fucking whiz
pee.
right there. You fucking piss right there as you're sitting there.
You got
take your dick out though, or you just piss right through your suit?
Just piss right through the suit.
Yeah,
you
you
don't wear underwear. You don't want a filter.
No, you got a water seat. So you're already halfway in the water, so you just pee.
I've shit in the ocean before.
Of course.
You have to. You have to do it at least once or twice.
I do it every chance I could get.
Even if you're just hanging your ass off a boat, like on a cruise ship.
I pissed in the ocean before, never shit.
You got to do it once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of
It's
life
freeing. It's very
You
freeing.
ever piss in the ocean spray?
Like the cranberry juice?
I mean, everybody's done it, right? We've all pissed in ocean spray.
And then you go into the ocean and you wash your ass out. You take your hand and you go like this, back and forth a few times, and you're good.
You ever piss in a cup and give it to your friend, say it's a beer, and draft beer? You ever do that?
No. Have you done that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And my friend drank it.
You had a swig?
Yeah.
Did he spit it out, or was he like a
He's
real...
like, why the fuck is it so warm? I go, it's been sitting out. We're in the parking lot tailgating.
Yeah.
So even
Watch
after
him drink the whole thing.
to the bottom of the cup, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. He was making a face the whole time. He's like, this tastes weird. I'm like, dude, what are you going to do?
Did you ever tell him?
Yeah, a couple weeks later. We don't want to tell him then. We don't want to. He was going to kick the shit out of us. Yeah, absolutely.
You got to tell him eventually.
Yeah.
One more call on the Sammy Davis. This guy might have more info on it. Paul in Jersey, the Sammy Davis Jr. pool thing. Did it happen?
I heard in an old quote that I saw online, the hotel manager said that actually the people thought it was a duty when he jumped in the pool, and that's why they emptied it out.
See,
they thought he was a duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. It wasn't because they were racist. They just thought he was a shit in the pool.
Oh, I see.
It's phone screener.
Wow,
I got a Sammy Davis joke.
Yeah.
What's the joke? Don't worry about it. Just put me through to the Opster.
Yeah.
E-Rock, are you tired today?
I wasn't screening the call.
They made a movie out of that story.
Who screened that call?
That's our new screener, our new intern.
Our 2-day-old intern that maybe you should be helping out over there.
What is going on around here? We were just introduced to the new interns, and then 2 days later, they're screening phone calls?
He's got a good Sammy Davis.
Oh, my God. We just sucked. No offense to the new intern, but you haven't even learned anything yet.
Right. He was here last semester with different departments, so he knows what he's doing.
Really?
How would you know if he knows what he's doing?
He just proved he doesn't know what he's doing. Why would we take some hack fucking racist joke?
Why would you let somebody, describe a great entertainer as being shit?
Right. Literally. As a piece of
duty.
of shit. Holy
You get it? Because he's the
fuck.
same color.
A Candyman can.
Why we don't drain pools after someone shits in it? This guy has an answer. So I was right not.
Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, it was also early in the week, so now the rest of the week, everyone's going to be like, remember Tuesday when they drained the fucking pool and no one could go in for 24 hours?
Oh.
They're going to point at me and my fucking family.
Shit babies
Who wants
back.
that shit? When I'm trying to relax and get a little suntan in the middle of winter.
No, you're right.
Jason, you have no logic in your head, Sam. You know that, right?
How so? Because I don't like to swim in shit.
It's logic, though.
Sam, if you were on vacation with your son, he did that. You would go over and go, look, my son just let a little shit out in the pool. You might want to drain it. In the middle of the afternoon, everybody's on vacation. They want to be in the pool. And now you're that asshole who had the kid that couldn't hold his shit in.
It's diarrhea or like a
little
log?
diarrhea, like the same that Opie's son had.
And nobody saw it.
Nobody saw it, just like, yeah.
If it was a log, I would have taken the log and put it in my swimsuit and got out of there. I would have done that. I wouldn't have let that shit float around.
That's nice.
Here, look. Here. I'll break it down. It's an asshole move. But I'm speaking for almost every parent out there. They would have done exactly what I
So
did.
it's not illogical for me to laugh at you for being an asshole.
What if his log sunk to the bottom? Would you go down and pick it
Yeah, I
up?
would
Or
have
just
to. No, that I would have to do.
Go to the gift shop, get some goggles.
It's a deep end, too. It's 18 feet.
I would have to.
Yeah, you would go all the way down there.
Yes, I would have to.
You'd say, son, hold on to the
Yeah.
stay in the little end. I got to go down there.
Yeah, I would get him.
What if while
to
you were
safety.
doing it, you go all the way down, you're grabbing that shit, and you turn around, and there's somebody like with goggles on, just staring at you. Like, what is wrong with this man?
Wasn't that the greatest thing when you were growing up, though, when you figured out you could, like,
Fuck yeah.
hang out underwater with goggles while all the girls were swimming?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
amazing.
And they were never on to you. Like, no, man, we're playing a game. We're picking up pennies off the bottom of the pool. And you would sit near the ladder.
Phenomenal.
Am I the only one?
That was the greatest.
All right.
No.
And they all wanted to wear their bikinis. And as soon as they jumped in, something was popping out. You got a nice cheap thrill when you were growing up.
And you know, they would never shave either, so it was nice and puffy in the front.
Right. So if you weren't seeing
now you can't even tell. You're like, I don't know. I guess she has a vagina, but the nothing better than the puffiness. And once in a while, a hair would stick out the side. You're like, oh, it's fucking awesome.
It was a rite of passage. The first time I did it, I'm like, who else knows about this? Right?
Absolutely.
Holy fuck. Is that it, Jason, we never took your call. Go ahead, Jason.
No, you didn't. That's okay, boys. So you're basically right. The chemicals pretty much eradicate anything, any kind of bacteria. And when the pH level changes, like when somebody shits in a pool, when the pH level changes, the chlorine gets added in, the acid gets added in more. And a lot of times the industry standard is 60 minutes after a dude's been, located in the pool.
Right.
So what the operator will do is increase the flow of the water that's getting cycled through. So the flow rate, more water gets filtered out and put back into the pool after something like that happens.
Look, what's going to happen, maybe some of the other guests at this resort, their eyes get a little red. That's all. They'll be all right.
Yeah, that's it.
They get a little red eye.
I would say, okay, we got to get out of the pool, and then I would blame it on somebody else's kid. That's how I would handle it. Oh, I don't know. I had to bring my kid out of the pool. Some kid just, he went to the bathroom.
I think that's more of a dick move.
That's what I would do.
Than what I did.
Yeah, you blame it on somebody else. Meanwhile, your son's got diarrhea fucking dripping down his leg. It wasn't my son. It's a kid over there.
I'd towel him off first.
All right, here's one for you. Suppose you come down to the pool in the morning, right?
Right.
There's some kid floating, had fallen in the pool and drowned the night before. Right. Would you still swim in it that day after they took the kid out? Or would you know what I mean?
Wow, I didn't know you worked dark.
So you see the kid floating.
You see the kid floating, you call somebody, they come in, they take the kid out, no.
It's not happening.
Then would you still put your shit down at a chair and dive in the pool?
I got an answer.
Yeah.
Did you take a plane to get to this pool?
Yeah,
I would swim.
That day, though, that morning.
I would swim.
Like, you wouldn't go back.
How long would you
if it was local, I'd be like, maybe we can find
You
another
wouldn't go
pool.
back up to your hotel room, for lunch, and then, at least give it a couple hours.
See, I don't even know if I could do that. I think
how hot is it?
I think you'd have to almost set shiva until the shiva was actually done. Then you could go back in the pool.
That's 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah, I think it's 3 days.
I don't see myself swimming in that pool for the rest of the vacation.
I would go to the front desk and go, look, is there a local Y here? Because I want to go fucking swimming.
Yeah, because I can't swim in the dead kid pool.
Yeah, this is fucking up my vacation. So give me free passes to the Y.
Free passes to the Y.
And then, then that way you get your choice because you got the free passes.
Yeah.
One more call on pools. Jason in Pennsylvania. Jason.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
I like learning about shit. Go ahead, Jason.
You there?
Yeah.
All right. So me and my wife moved down to Florida about 4 years ago, and we used to go in the pools constantly. And then the news comes out with a report that 90% of public pools get tested and test positive for fecal matter.
Face.
That was it. We were done.
Face.
What do you mean? Yes, you don't go to public pool. Everybody knows there's shit in public
Pretty
pools.
much every pool you jump into, almost every person in there is peeing, and there's some duty.
But where are we talking about? What state?
Florida.
Oh,
Florida.
That's a gimme.
Yeah.
Those, there's fecal matter in the malls down there. There's nothing.
You don't want to blacklight a mall, do you?
Yeah. No, not at all.
No.
Hey, man, it's hot. We might as well.
All right, I guess that's it on pools. Although we got plenty of other calls coming.
People like to talk about pools. They're very interested.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'd have to find a new pool.
I brought up my dead kid thing. I thought we'd get an hour out of that.
Yeah.
I really thought that was going to have some,
You just made everyone uncomfortable.
Well,
It's not so much the toxicity of the pool. I'd be bummed out. I'd say this is a death
it'd
pool.
be a sad pool. You know what I mean? And almost jinxy.
There's probably a little kid having a great time in this pool. Now he's dead.
He thought he could
Right.
swim.
Jump right in the deep end, no inner tube.
When you were a kid, did you go in a lot of pools? Were you always spend time in the pools?
That's what you did on Long Island. You always, befriend the kid that had a pool, even if you didn't like him.
My friend, growing up, he had a pool, in the ground pool, and they had a little suction hole. In the deep end, and we used to stick our dicks in and just fuck the corner. I swear to God.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was like a vacuum. It was fucking up. Yeah, we'd take turns.
I hear that's really dangerous.
Yeah, people get their fucking dicks pulled off.
Mine wasn't big enough to even fucking be a problem.
They get their asshole fucking even
Chuck
sucked in.
Palahniuk.
That's very right. That's right.
See, I'm with Ronnie today. Start of which book was that?
Well, it was the one that was just a bunch of short stories that were real. They were real stories.
I tapped out with him, man. I used to read him all the time.
Yeah, he got a little weird.
I got to get back in though.
I
like
don't know.
Chuck.
He started writing about ghosts and shit, and that
Some of his books were amazing.
Yeah, some of the early stuff was great, but people will get their asshole sucking everything out in the drain, all their fucking innards.
You think that's true?
It was right there in the book. You know what I mean? It was right there.
It did feel good. It did feel good when my dick was in there.
Were you scared that it was a little too much suction, though?
No, not at all.
That it could pull a little too much?
No.
Wow. I never did that. You're a brave man. You thought about it, though.
We take turns.
When you put your hand next, you're like, wow, all right.
It was like a vacuum. It was like putting it in a vacuum.
Oh, no, we all understand.
So
but
you were how old? 15, 16?
At least 14. Yeah. Is that wrong?
Yeah, you should know better age.
I thought pro wrestling was still real at 14.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I think Chuck Palahniuk.
Sam's here.
No, I know.
What?
I don't want to break it to him.
Huh?
I think Chucky follows me. We should try to get him on the show.
He's been on before.
I don't think I ever talked to him.
You weren't here that day?
Man, I would have loved to talk to him.
Huh.
I would
before.
remember. Is he a good interview?
Yeah, he's great, man. He's a really smart guy, but he lives out in Portland.
That's where everyone's moving. He's ahead of the curve. That's the new hot city.
What, because of Portlandia? why are they getting into it so big? I don't think you could live there because it rains like 80% of the year.
Yeah,
It's a little too rainy.
I like a good cloudy day, though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I absolutely love cloudy days. Not so much rainy days, but
Fucks up my pool time.
All right,
You're back in the pool. You're trying to get back to a pool thing?
It's not. We're not tapped on that, are we?
I think it's drain. I think pick it up at 3 today, Sam.
Okay.
What are you doing today at 3 o'clock? You got an idea?
I have Eric Andre in today. You know who Eric Andre is? He's got the show on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. He's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming in.
What are you going to talk with him? Wrestling figures?
Hopefully it's not the Royal Rumble, because otherwise.
All right, I got the word out to get Chuck on the show. He's still,
Today?
Yeah,
You think he'll be here
why
today?
not? He still follows.
That's great.
He follows me. I DM'd him. I gave him a number. Let's see if he's up for it. Although it's Portland, like you said. So what
Yeah,
time
it's
we're
like
looking
it's
at?
5:30 in the morning.
Ah, fuck. I'd like to have him on with you, Ron.
Why?
I don't know. I think we'd have a good time with him.
Well, you like to talk to people on the phone like that?
Not really.
Yeah, me neither.
Rare.
I like to have them inside.
But there's a few people that can pull it off. Bill Burr's great on the phone. Rogan's great on the phone. But, I mean, big celebrities, not so much.
Yeah,
right?
it's a tough thing to pull off.
Yeah.
I know, like some of the NPR people, supposedly, they don't even like to have people come into the studio with them.
They'd rather have them on
They'd
the phone.
like to have them on the phone or on the line. What's the
ISDN?
Yeah, the ISDN line. And I'm like,
Right.
I couldn't work that way.
Right.
I'd feel crazy.
Yeah, no. You got to see them face to face.
Oh.
Yeah. We say no to a lot of people because they want to do phone or something. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I would only say yes to a phone if I didn't work at a place where people come into.
Exactly.
when,
Exactly.
When you work at regular radio, you're like, yeah, I'll take that phoner.
I'm not at small market radio anymore, God damn it.
It's funny how quickly you're ready
Right.
to fucking compromise.
And then a lot of times you learn these guys are calling you from a hotel 5 blocks away.
Yeah.
Because they're already in the big city. All right, we're going to take a break. Ron Bennington is here. Ronnie, you're promoting the Super Bowl thing, right?
Yeah. Big bonsai contest, hashtag bonsai contest. And today at 12 noon, all the comedians are going to be picking their Super Bowl winners. Have you picked anybody yet?
I got to go Patriots.
Patriots? What about for you,
Yeah, I
Jim?
picked for you. Yeah, I took Patriots.
You took Patriots. I don't know.
I took 24-20 Patriots.
Wow.
Well,
I don't know who I'm
That'll be
rooting for, but
exciting game.
it's going to be a great game.
You think?
Yeah.
You don't think it's going to be a
lined up
blowout?
like it
I don't
could
think
be.
so.
I know. Every time it lines up to be a good game, there's a blowout.
I don't see the Patriots getting blown out. You know, Seattle looked like shit for 3.5 quarters last week,
Yeah.
but then came back. So I don't know, but I don't.
It's going to be close.
I think
Everyone's
it's going to
saying
be a
gonna
real close game.
What's the point spread? It was one yesterday.
1 point.
It's still
Like
1.
1 point, yeah. It's going to be, I think both defenses are going to be there, too. I think it's going to be tough. I think both offenses are going to play conservative.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to pick whatever the most comedians is. I'll go and bet that because I just believe that it's such a coin toss. Now the problem with this, so many of the comics are from Boston that they're just polluted. Their logic is polluted. I mean, you're gonna listen to Gary Goldman or Bobby Kelly today.
Right.
They're fucking fired up.
God, every comic we know is from Boston.
Yeah, that's an amazing amount of them.
You think Katy Perry ends with fireworks, or does she open with that? Like, all right, look, I got so many fucking hits. I'm going to give you fireworks right from the get-go, and we're going to throw the fireworks in the air.
If she's smart, she'll come out just wearing those little buzz saws like the fucking Jackson girl. You know, just the tits are out.
Wow.
She's got the buzz saws on.
Yeah. And then Lenny Kravitz, he comes out after a couple minutes with that guitar of his?
Yeah. He'll pop in, do a quick medley, and be out again. You know, I don't know who's singing the national anthem, though. Do you guys know that one?
It's the girl from Frozen.
Why don't you just sing
Let It Go?
Yeah, Let It Go would be fucking even better.
Let's start a new tradition.
Yeah, let's come out and say, instead of singing the national anthem, she's going to sing her hit song, Let It Go.
See, it's a great joke, but how unbelievable would that be? If
It'd be phenomenal.
If they pulled that off, the place would go fucking nuts.
Or if she started with the national anthem and just drifted into Let It Go.
Yeah, did a little medley of Let It Go in the middle.
How do you have her and she doesn't do Let It Go in front of the a billion people? How many people watch the Super Bowl? 1 billion? Are we up to 1 billion?
I only believe Americans watch. I don't believe the
rest of the
people in
world?
Pakistan are lined up. But see, here's the thing. Why is it that you only have to show patriotism at a sporting event? There's nowhere else where your patriotism is called into effect.
Broadway show.
Yeah, there's
comedy shows.
Van Halen concert.
Yeah, before Van Halen comes out, would everyone please rise?
Right.
Take your hats off.
Yeah, there's always that, like, it's supposed to be this thing, and you always hear this, like, Yankee Stadium, take your fucking hat off! You're not being exactly into it either.
I know, you're 9 beers in, and you're going to drive home drunk.
Yeah.
And I'm a problem, because I'm not taking my hat off.
That's funny.
We're getting up. Maybe some people want to sit down and be patriotic. Spread their shit out a little bit.
Florentine, what are we promoting today, sir?
New season at Metal Show coming back February 21st.
All right.
Me, Jameson, and Trunk do these live shows, and we're doing it February 20th, Starland Ballroom, Sayreville, New Jersey, and then February 21st, Rex Theater in Pittsburgh, PA.
How were the dice shows?
Great. I did one last night. I'm opening for him tonight at the Westbury.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and his son's band's doing a set, too.
How was the set?
What?
Did you see the Sun?
No, I didn't see it because they didn't play last night.
Oh, they're only doing it tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, cool.
LA rocks.
More with Florentine and Ron Bennington. Stay there.
Man?
No, I didn't know. I thought when the water breaks and you start rushing them to the hospital, it's an hour maybe 2 hours. I didn't know that's just the beginning.
You never watched any of the tapes before you went there?
I did.
Explain all that
We
shit
laughed at it. We kind of made jokes in the room.
Well, you were young. You were in your early 20s, so you weren't. You didn't realize the responsibility that was coming.
I didn't mean anything by that. It just popped out because I was trying to figure it out in my own head. Like, when do I start calling family and this and that? But it just came across really shitty when I said, how long is this going to take? I'm tired.
No, I mean, mine was, we went to the doctor just for a checkup. She wasn't due for another month.
Yeah.
And then on the way back from the checkup, the doctor goes, no, he'll be fine. He's going to come right about that time. Her water broke in the car as we were driving back. And she's like, we got to turn around. My water broke. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
You're lying. And I'm like, you sure you're just not getting wet because you sit next to me? We made a fucking U-turn and that was it.
How many hours after the water broke?
Probably like 16, 17 hours.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, so it's all good now, though, Ronnie.
Well, what are you going to do? I think this. By the way, I don't even think this is even a chance that this baby happens.
Of course not.
You can push it back a little bit.
Of course, you could throw a little drugs in there, slow it down, or speed it up, right?
Yeah.
Depending. So they're probably figuring that out.
But it's a good story for him.
It's a great story. He needed a little attention.
Wouldn't it be ironic if he dropped the baby? I mean, he's known for having great hands. Just slips through.
Yeah, so let's stop with that. Richard Sherman will absolutely be in the Super Bowl, even if his wife's giving birth.
It's the perfect thing to say. He's not going to go, too bad. Let that bitch be on her own. She's not going to say that.
Yeah,
and Marshawn Lynch, like I said, is getting all the attention. And Richard Sherman's like, look, I got to get some of this now. Let me take it off my teammate by saying this. Because he's taking a beating for no reason.
He made a statement to the media. Do we have the audio of the statement to the media?
Yeah, I think that's what he gave you.
Yeah, all right. Hold on. Let me play this for everybody. Because he's the other Ron.
I hope he does American Woman. I really do. I hope he does.
Yeah, you like that version?
No, I just like to call it.
You're just hoping.
There's not a lot of hits in his... I mean, he's taken probably 4 songs and has gotten 30 years out of it now, or 25 years. That's impressive.
They're very similar songs, how he puts them together. Are you going to go my way? I think we might hear a little of that.
That'll happen
a
for
little
everybody.
bit. I bet you it's a little montage from Lenny Kravitz, and Katy Perry comes out and does, fireworks, and then, an hour later we get to start watching football again.
Hopefully Lisa Bonet comes out for him. She makes some kind of announcement.
That goofy goofy. They put the fans on the field with the little lights and stuff like that.
You mean the fake fans?
Yeah, the fake fans. They throw them on the field.
Those are all fake fans.
Look,
from,
nothing
from
against
casting.
Katy Perry. She's a nice chick. She's
nice. She's great to look at.
Yeah, but it's just not right for.
But Lenny Kravitz said they got a surprise. They got a surprise for everyone.
It's a mulatto baby. Look what we had, everybody.
The big headline in the...
Well, the great surprise would be if Lenny Kravitz just starts titty fucking her at the 10-minute mark for the last 2 minutes.
That certainly would be wonderful for everyone, I'm thinking.
I would love that.
You would? Okay, yeah. I had to stare at you to make sure you would love that.
Well, what song are you looking forward to hearing Katy Perry sing?
Fireworks.
No, but there's a couple of hits, I'm sure.
I know she's got some hits in there.
Fireworks is one of the songs.
Fireworks, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Are you still impressed by fireworks?
There it is. It just makes everyone happy. It puts everyone in a good mood.
What, fireworks?
Look, you're smiling a little bit. See, she's basically saying that anything is possible, Florentine.
Oh, is that what she's saying?
I think so, yes. It doesn't matter you're ugly or fat. You jump in that pool.
I could just
take your clothes off and you jump in that pool and be proud of your body.
I could just say, a friend could go, dude, anything's impossible. Everything's possible. And I go, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't have to hear this. I don't have to tap my foot as to telling me that.
There's a lot of guys out there that don't feel like getting their bets done, and the ladies, they're trying to make some snack tray that looks kind of,
you know what? Just give them the halftime show. That's fine. You got Katy Perry for fucking 12 minutes. You know what I mean? There's your 12-minute window.
I'm checking out Katy Perry.
For what?
Fireworks.
For what?
You already know how it's going to go down.
You want to see if the microphones are going to be on when she's up there? They're not.
Oh, right. She's going to be lip-syncing her ass off.
Yeah, and then she'll turn the mic will go on when she wants to say something to the crowd.
But I'm okay with that because she's going to undo one more button because she knows she's lip-syncing. And then everyone's going to be like, all right, it's fine. Look at those tits.
You can't just go to YouPorn.
Well, I like leaving a little for the imagination, Mr. Florentine.
Oh, really?
Yes,
so you're excited because she has big tits.
Do.
That's why. So if she was flat-chested, you would be like, I don't even want to watch this halftime show.
If Katy Perry was flat-chested, I wouldn't give a fuck about her.
So just because she has big tits and you might see some cleavage.
It works.
You're old school.
It absolutely works. And then, you know she's going to finish, excuse me, with fireworks. And, they're going to have to set off some fireworks. It's going to be beautiful for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I love watching fireworks.
Where do you go for halftime? Do you go to the Puppy Bowl?
No, just go outside and, drink some beers and get the bookie on the phone.
You don't get excited when everyone goes, oh, it's time for the halftime show, and everyone runs a little closer to the TV to check it out?
The year that Springsteen was on, we shut the TV off. We said no one was allowed to watch it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
It's anti-Jersey.
But, then again, it's like compared to what's been on after Bruce, we should have watched it.
Yeah, you should have.
You actually turned off the TV and told people at your party they're not allowed to watch
Well, it wasn't my party, but yeah, we shut it off, yeah.
You're cruel.
But Katy Perry, I'll see if I can disconnect something.
Right.
Nobody's going to nobody's going to watch it that's coming to my Super Bowl party, Katy Perry.
There's if
the tit pops out, it'll be on the internet in 10 minutes.
You want to see this, though? There's going to be a part of her show where Russell Brand's going to be coming off from the left and then John Mayer from the right. And she does this song called Guys I Used to Bang. And it's so... I don't know when you've lived and you've loved and you've given back the way Katy has.
Right.
But that's there.
I think Lenny Kravitz is going to be there, too. All right. Good morning. David Bowie.
Jane A.
What's up, Ron?
How are you, Ron?
Ron walks in like a fucking boss.
Yeah, like a mob boss,
literally 5 seconds before the show. That's how he does it. Look, his shirt's wide open. He's
professional. Come in like Elvis. You know what I mean? I'm rocking some shirt.
Holy shit!
I think if you do a morning show and you weren't asleep 7 minutes ago, you're not really taking advantage of this.
I like that. I like that a lot. You want to come in here a little punchy.
Exactly.
A little punchy to start the show. You're buttoning up your shirt. That's good. That's good for everyone.
When I used to do morning shows, I used to try to dry my hair on the fucking drive-in.
Really?
I'd just be soaking wet. But that's it. That's radio. Look who's with us today for a super show, for Super Bowl.
Well, that's why we got Florentine in here.
You know what I'm saying? The super pregame.
Every other morning show is doing a whole big Super Bowl show today, and we got you. So not too much pressure, Florentine, to make this sound like it's a football show today.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean sorry?
In advance.
Jim's here to show us how to make some Super Bowl treats that might be fun for everybody. These cupcakes are shaped like footballs.
Don't you like those?
Yeah.
You like those bits when they do it on TV?
I never like any food that looks like something else.
No.
I always find it to be like a little gross. Like when they make the snacks that look like the stadium.
Yeah.
It makes me queasy.
Well, it makes me feel like I can't dip in.
You can't dip in.
I can't fucking break down your stadium that you spent all night making for the Super Bowl party. Okay. Look at these stadium snack trays.
It's really gross because they're working on making the food look like something
instead of taste good.
Taste like
I got
something.
you. I'm so with you.
And how long is that going to last? Okay, you see, it's like the stadium. All right, and then people just start eating it.
Yeah.
There's about a 3-second buzz you get off of that, and then the thing is ruined.
Well, the ladies need something to do, though.
They've got the helmets that you can dip into. See that?
The guys are getting this on, but the anger that comes from you is what's wonderful.
No, it's just,
you get so mad.
If I'm a 12-year-old girl, this is the fucking greatest thing ever. It's my ringtone.
Until you're 13, and then suddenly you turn on her.
And then you hate them. You hate her and hate everything you listen to, yes. Well, the big news actually is Richard Sherman. Oh, my God, will he even play in the Super Bowl? His girlfriend might be giving birth any day now.
I think that's called baby mama.
Yeah.
If you want to be technically correct.
Baby mama's giving birth, and of course he's going to play in the Super Bowl. Is there
No,
any-
you never know. Look,
Of course he's gonna.
Listen, I mean, let's look at it. He probably met her. I don't know. He probably knew her for like a couple weeks. Knocked her up. All right, yeah, we'll have the baby. I'm keeping it. Okay. So he barely knows her, but yeah, I mean, he's going to be there. He's going to miss the Super Bowl.
He's going to miss the Super Bowl for the birth?
No, he's not, of course. But look, Marshawn Lynch getting all the attention, so Richard Sherman's got to throw that in the ring.
Right.
And that's the politically correct thing to do, where everybody's going to be talking about it. It's going to be all over the friggin' Today Show today. Should they? It's a big... So he's not going to go, hey, fuck that bitch. I'm playing.
Imagine he blows off the Super Bowl for the birth of his kid. Then there's resentment there.
Yet there's also going to be a lot of heat back at him if he misses the birth of his kid. They act
True.
like that's a giant thing now.
True.
My dad wasn't even at the hospital.
Well, no, he's at the local bar, right?
You know what? Let's not start making up rumors about men that wrestled with something, and now we're doing much better.
My son was supposed to be born on Ozfest, and I told my wife, if it's that day, I already got tickets. I got third row.
Yeah.
That's your Super Bowl.
That was my Super Bowl. It was Ozzy and Motley Crue. I'm like, I got to see this. And luckily, he was born 4 days before that.
I made the mistake when I rushed my wife to the hospital. The first person we see where they do all the numbers, I asked the lady, how long is this going to take? Because I'm really tired.
Nothing wrong with that.
Really?
And what'd she say?
She says it's going to be at least 10 or 12 hours. And I'm like, oh, boy, hopefully I can stay awake. Yeah.
You didn't know going.